Hey guys. Alright, welcome back to the basement. I'm actually in the basement. And what I am doing is, Doyle asked me if I would show the process as to how I paint my terrain. And specifically the Battlemaster Tower, which was in the, that little AMX, Ivanhoe Castle set. So what I've done is this. I've primed it a dark gray, and I'm trying to find out what primers I like the best, because they used to have a real cheap one at Walmart, and they don't carry it anymore, so I'm using this one right here. It seems to be alright. I'm going to see what it is. It's True Color Paints, Paint and Accessory. It's a dark gray. I wanted black, but I'm out of black, so what I did was I primed it to dark gray, and now I'm painting it with the Army Painter Matte Black. I'm using a little cover from my Powerade drinks, and when I'm done I just throw it away once it gets too bad. I was using this primer here, the Rust-Oleum, and I did not like the way this comes out. It just comes out too thick. Right now I lost one of my dwarves to my War Quest, and Warhammer Hero Quest, so I lost it, and I got a new one, and I primed it with that. I did not like it, and I think that had a lot to do with me not wanting to paint, because I was trying to get the Hero Quest guys done over here, and I kind of got stopped on my dwarf, and it was just the fact that the primer sucked so bad that I think psychologically I didn't want to paint it, because I knew if I started painting it with that sucky primer, it was going to come out awful. So I think that's basically what stopped me from, or at least slowed me down and not want to take care of business. So what I did was I dropped the dwarf in the bucket of LA Awesome, which you use to strip your plastics. I do have the acetone. I do have this. I do have acetone, which is cool, and I do have the Goof Off, which is very good. I use both of these for metal miniatures. I do not use them. I do not use these for plastic, because it will melt the plastic, especially styrene. If you look right here, inside here is all melted plastic. That is all melted plastic. And I'll show you. Different in, there's the melted plastic right there. And you can use this to make terrain or anything else you want to do. Fill gaps in models or whatever. So what I end up using is, so I use this to strip the metal and to melt plastic sprues like this right here. And you can do different colors. And this is what I use. LA's Totally Awesome All-Purpose Concentrated Cleaner and Degreaser Spot Remover. I use this to strip paint off of plastics. As you can see, these are 8 squads of the old 2nd edition plastic Marines, which I've been working on for years, at least months anyways. So that's what I use to strip them down. It doesn't take all the paint off all the time, but it does. It can get it down to some pretty good bare plastic, as long as it's not coated like with 15 layers of paint. But this takes the majority off it, and I suppose that if I kept it in there I could get more. So what I'm doing right now is I primed this and now I'm painting this black. And what I will do is I will dry brush it gray, and then I'll dry brush it with another light gray. And once that is done, I will start painting the doors brown or tan and just start adding little details to it. And this will be part 1 of the Battle Master's Keep. Now this is an extra one. I didn't paint up the one I have in my set. This is just an extra one that went with an old set I had that did not have everything. So I ended up taking some of the whoa, okay. That was an accident. I really should be using my lights, huh? There we go. And my overhead lights as well. Okay, that's better. Now the key to painting, honestly, is the, yeah, I'm going to lie to you. The key to painting is a good foundation, is a good priming foundation. So you got to find a primer that you really like, that the acrylics will adhere to, that it doesn't go on too thick because it takes away a lot of the detail. So you got to be real careful. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are using airbrushes, not airbrushes, but air guns, and I haven't delved into that. I don't even know where to begin. So, but there's some guys out there that are just totally awesome with it, and they make their own little primers. So this is coming out pretty good, and this is just a base coat of black on top of a pretty cool primer, and it's already looking pretty neat. It is already looking cool, and we haven't even, well, yeah, I guess we've only just begun, right? Cameron Carpenter. So it's looking pretty cool, and just a little bit of touch-ups here and there, and I don't want to waste any of the paint, so I'll keep moving on until it's all dried up and gone, and then I can just throw this cap away. And you saw it fall and hit the ground. Yeah, I got a little bit of paint on the floor, but it's not a big deal. I didn't spill the whole bottle. No, it happens. And now I'm just going through those areas that I may have missed. And because it's a rocky formation, you're gonna have some areas where the paint didn't cover. But because I've already primed it gray, I'm going to be dry brushing gray as well. It'll go from a darker gray to a light gray to a real light gray to maybe just a white. And the way this is going right now, it's looking pretty good. I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's coming out pretty cool. So it's not too bad. And already the sides are drying. There are sides that are drying. So I should be able to start dry brushing this within the next half an hour to an hour. Give me time to go get something to eat, get something to drink. And this will end part 1. And then we'll do part 2. And we will dry brush the dark gray and see how that goes. There's a little hidden sewer cul-de-sac right in there, culvert right there, if you see it. It's pretty cool. So all I'm doing right now is just using up the rest of this paint, covering any areas that I may have missed. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. What do you think? Not too bad, huh? And this is from the Plastic Battle Masters. All right. I'm using an old brush. It's not one of my better ones, but never throw your old brushes away because you could always use them for work like this. So, and it saves wear and tear on your other brushes. And then I can actually dry brush with this brush as well, so I can get a lot of use out of it. Very cool. Very cool. Now, let's do Abaddon. Let's see if we can kind of play around with a little bit of this extra paint and get old Abaddon here. Right? While we're at it. Now I wonder if I should lighten up my brush a little bit with a little bit of water. Get this black flowing. It being so thick. Just want to use a light coat over the primer. There we go. Looking good. Looking better. Alright. So that's a base coat of flat black. This is the old Abaddon model here. Well, this is the old Abaddon model that I'm working on right now. Old and new right there. Right? And all I wanted to do was use up that flat black. I don't want to let it go to waste. I could probably use it on him too. This right here is one of those non-inquisitive termies, the Inquisition. What are they? Come on, Grey Knights. Grey Knights. It's one of the old Grey Knights. And of course, the Grey Knights have that silver armor. So it's primed. It's primed a light gray. Now I'm going over it with the matte black, so I don't waste my paint. So I will have this ready to go to start dry brushing the light gray onto it. Look at the old con. Pretty cool. All right, guys. So I think we're almost hitting the 15-minute mark. Yeah. All right, then we will catch you out there. Be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next part 2 of the tower. Be good to each other's crazy world, and keep partying and gaming. Have a good one. Ciao.